I enjoyed RWBY Volume 6, Chapter 7. Yeah, it was decent. It was nothing amazing, but overall I can say that I never once looked at the episode and said, I'm bored, or this is too stupid for humanity to continue existing. And I count that as a win. Essentially, this episode was just Maria's backstory, and then these retards getting to Argus. First off, Maria's backstory. I think this can straight up confirm that Silver Eyes don't work on people, like a bunch of fucking idiots who are actually just regular people who have been misinformed or are ignorant of the facts, and quite rarely true idiots who just deny the facts, seem to think. If the Silver Eyes worked on people, then Maria would have used them. Straight up, they don't work on people, clearly. They only work on Grimm and maidens. And yes, Salem straight up says it is because of the maiden's power that Cinder got smashed. So it wasn't the Grimm arm, because she didn't fucking have the Grimm arm yet. Secondly, I can't help but want this Aussie chick to be straight up cliche Australian. You know, what all you Americano weirdos think we're like. Oh yeah, you fucking cunt, oh fuck you, shrimp on the fucking barbie, oh mate, oh acca good night Irene, fucking rattlesnake Steve Irwin, oh size that one, oh crikey. Unfortunately, I have watched Fate Unlimited Blade Works, and the iconing thing was kind of underwhelming compared to Gilgamesh and Iliasville. Which admittedly is a grown man demigod slicing the eyes off of like a 10-year-old girl, but still. But what really bothered me was that we didn't get to see Bindi Irwin here getting killed. Seriously, I get that this show might be going PG and all that, but... Well, by the way, PG in Australia means something different to PG in America. But you already have a grown woman slicing somebody's eyes down. You can have somebody being hacked in half. You don't even need to show it in gory Mortal Kombat detail. Just turn to a silhouette, like I did with Adam vs. Future Trunks. It's a lot more satisfying, unexpected, and intense. What also bothered me, though, was Crow just outright stating he based his weapon off of Maria. I mean, I think that was pretty obvious the moment he noted that he knew the Grim Reaper was a thing. It could have opened pathways for discussion amongst people, but instead it's just, nope, he definitely did. Then they get to Argus, and Yang has this line like, holy shit, this place is bigger than I thought. And I was like, yeah, it is. Unlike Haven, there's fucking buildings and shit instead of just matte paintings up your ass. Then they meet John's sister, which is nice, and she has a wife, meaning she's gay, and I need to address something now. Okay, so, when people go crazy over a gay person being in a show, I think that defeats the point. When people start liking a character just because they're gay, it's fine, I guess, because it's opinions and all that, but you're making a particular note that they're gay, and you're actively separating them from the rest of the crowd because they're gay. Yes, it's not a negative discrimination, but you're still more or less discriminating with saying that they're different to the rest because they're gay. Like, why can't we just have gay characters that fit in without needing people to scream, ooh, gay person, I love her because she's gay? I mean, I'd like more LGBT people in media, sure, but I'd like to see them as just any other character, regardless of sexual orientation, race, or sex, you know, the same, all that stuff. Everyone should be regarded as equal in nature, part of one collective, humans, and fauners in this case. Admittedly, I do prefer Terracotta and Saffron's, was that her name? I don't care, relationship over, say, Elia's gayness, because it's casual. No particular note or anything is made of it. It's just like, she's gay, by the way, that's part of her character. The end. Unlike Ilia, who's like, oh man, I'm gay and I'm totally into you, and the reason I'm doing this is because I'm gay for you and you rejected me, senpai. Oh hey, you straddled me? Well, I'll totally help now because I'm gay. So like in TV shows and movies, people don't go as crazy over it, but when gay people show up in anime, especially ones as well known as RWBY, it's a fucking anime, look at the fucking ass star, everyone goes apeshit. I get that it's not as common, but maybe we should stop making it seem like the exception for gay people to exist than the norm, because it should be the norm. I feel like our society might be a little sensitive. Everyone's like, oh, I like there's more gay people, but there isn't anyone like, oh, I guess the writer doesn't know how to write gay people, or I guess they chose not to. When there's no gay people, they're like, oh man, this writer's a fucking cunt who hates gay people and shouldn't deserve to write. Thus, they force writers to write about a group of people they might not know anything about. Like your token black guy, token Asian, token gay, token this and that. This just leads to stereotypes and cliches being overabundant in our media, because we can't just accept the fact that some people can't write these minorities well enough to be worth a damn, and in ways that don't feel forced or shoved in. Anyway, I can't help but like Saffron asking if it's legal for the kids to be with them. I still hope Saffron's her name. And I just wish Crow was like,
what? No, of course not. How would it be legal to bring kids who aren't even legal onto a mission to save the world instead of, I don't know, skilled husband and Hendersons who are trained for this shit? I just don't give a shit about the law.
So it ends up with the army base closing their doors on RWBY, meh ending, but overall, I like the episode. Oh, there was also like a Neo and Cinder scene. I actually forgot about that, and it was meh. Unfortunately, the weakest part of this episode for me had to be the action. I quite enjoyed the talking and stuff, but the action was kind of The battle against the Nevermore had no real tension because it's so obviously Maria, and that's a Grimm. And the second part also isn't bad, but I found overall it was just decent. I mean, it lacks any tension because it's so fucking obviously Maria, but too many times I found myself just screaming, "Smears! Smearing effects!" Although I do raise a question, where the fuck do accents from Earth come from on Remnant? I mean, sure, you could say that it used to be Earth, all the same place as current Earth, somehow, but, like, accents are not, like, genetic things, they're cultural. So where is the Aussie side of Remnant? Because I need to go there and pray they don't have the same fucking weather. I mean, down here, our Melbourne weather changes faster than the internet's opinion on Tumblr.